untalked. A lot of television monitors here. People come here to watch the game. We're so close to Coastal Carolina University that sort of happens to be a lot of the conversation going on at the different tables. Tyler Watkins covers the Chanticleers. He covers, just about every team out there locally.
Well, we do. We started GrandStrandSportsReport.com.
Is that what that's called?
Yeah, it's GrandStrandSportsReport.com.
Say it again.
GrandStrandSportsReport.com. I could say that all day, Jack. If you just let me, we could spend the whole show talking about
sure,
that.
you can.
Yeah.
And I've got a contract right here which allows you to do that. You hold that pencil and I'll move the paper.
I'll just have to check with some partners on that deal, if you don't mind. But that's sort of what I'm here to talk about is GrandStrandSportsReport.com. Got it again. I think we're on 5 now. Jack, a few months ago, and I've been doing, I got into broadcasting 20 years ago. A lot of people have seen me on TV or heard me on the radio. Did a play-by-play for North Myrtle Beach High School football on the radio. Been on the radio for many years, but I've been covering sports for 20 years, and for many years, sports was really covered very well in this market. The Sun News did a great job. We've had some great sports writers through the years. Alan Blond has done a great job. Terry Massey's done a great job. The local TV stations have done a really good job of highlighting athletes in this market and have for years. And when the news station came into town, they upped the ante even more. But recently we found that some of the newspapers had dropped off in their participation. That they weren't covering every sport. For example, football always gets a lot of coverage. Basketball always gets a lot of coverage. Baseball gets your coverage. And those kids work hard. There's no question about that. And a lot of people would consider football to be a money sport at the high schools. It brings in a lot of revenue. So they get a lot of coverage automatically. But there's a lot of kids out there, Jack, that weren't getting the coverage that they deserve. I mean, if you look at volleyball in this region, volleyball is really progressing in the Myrtle Beach area, and it's because it's a year-round sport now. These kids begin their play in August or September. Right? They work out all summer, but they begin their play in August or September, and they have a season that goes through November, roughly. They take a couple of weeks off, and those kids are right back into year-round volleyball come January. Now, we just saw a few weeks ago at the Myrtle Beach Convention Center, remember they bumped a volleyball tournament. Well, that was a winter bump tournament is what they call that, which is a big-time deal. But volleyball players, swimmers, wrestlers, now lacrosse, those kids just weren't getting a lot of
lacrosse. We've got lacrosse around here.
Saugastee has now started a lacrosse program.
Now, I don't play it.
Yeah, I don't either.
I'm not a huge fan, but it was, I grew up in the Raleigh-Durham Chapel Hill area.
Yeah.
Lacrosse was everywhere.
Well, they've started one here locally. And what's neat about it is I read that even if it's at Saugastee High School, but because it's the only program, it's the only school that offers that, any of the other schools can actually send students to play on that lacrosse team. Kind of odd. That's something I read. Haven't found out if that's true or not yet. I just read it yesterday. A parent sent that to us. Tyler Keene's mother, and Tyler, of course, plays for Myrtle Beach as a quarterback. But so Terry Massey and I essentially partnered together to start GrandStrandSportsReport.com. It was a crazy idea at the time. We didn't know what to expect. We just knew that the kids weren't getting the exposure that they deserved, to be honest with you. So we launched it in September, late September. And our very first day, we saw about 500-600 visits to the site our very first day. We said, wow, that's incredible. Day number 2, we had 5,000 visits to the site. Day number 3, we had 8,000 visits to the site. And we said, what do we do now? We all saw the TV commercial growing up where the people launch the website, they see the numbers go, and they go, what do we do? Well, that's sort of the case for us, Jack. And so now we've covered sports through the fall season and now into the winter season, and we'll still be here through spring and year-round. Tons of advertisers have come on board. HTC, in fact, has come on board as our major sponsor.
Wow, good for you.
Tons of have provided us with tons of support and every portion that we needed. They've done everything they could to promote us and to help us. But it's just really amazing. It's very rewarding for us to finally give some of these kids the exposure that they deserve.
Right.
Yeah. So that's sort of where it was for us.
Did you play sports as a kid?
Yeah. I went to North Myrtle Beach High School, and I played tennis, and I ran cross country. And then once I got out of high school, I entered radio, like a lot of radio people do. They go straight from high school. I went to the University of South Carolina, and then I went into radio and started covering Alan Smothers, Bo Graham, and I did Bo Graham and I did Coastal Carolina University basketball for 3 or 4 years. Took it from AM to FM, and then Matt Hogue, who's still there obviously, and is great, came in and took over, and he's continued, just had a nice legacy there at Coastal. But that really entered me into sports broadcasting, was getting in with Coastal. And then we started doing the NBDL. I don't know if you know the NBDL, but that's the...
Sounds like it's a dirty word or something.
No, it's the D-League of the NBA.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Right.
Okay.
So when they launched, Alan Smothers, and he and I have been partners for many, many years, and most people that know me know Alan and know that we're business partners and have been. But
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? Please. So Alan and I started doing the NBDL, and then we did a bunch of other different projects, and we do the Beach Ball Classic and have for 20 plus years.
Let's go off on that. We got a lot to talk about.
A lot of stuff's happened, Jack.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
20 years though?
20 years of broadcasting sports.
Unbelievable. I got you by a lot more than that, man. Not sports stuff. Anyway, we'll talk more about it. Good stuff. What's that website again?
GrandStrandSportsReport.com.
Yep. Fatten up, buddy. We'll be right back with more in a bit.